no Supreme Wrestling Alliance, you stupid fucks.
You ain't telling me nothing for the die. No one lies, no strings. I ain't your puppet advice. You step aside unless you wanna run, and I suggest you run and hide with the rest. If they don't, better let them know we're coming. We all live, all live.
Welcome, wrestling fans. It is time for SWA. And here we go, kicking it off with singles action. And Gabrielle Ace. This one ought to be real good. Gabrielle Ace has a real chip on his shoulder after being unable to capture the World Heavyweight Championship in the final of the tournament. He's going up against this sicko-looking fella who I saw rummaging through the kitchen in catering, looking through the drawers. I have no idea why. But when I quizzed him on it, as usual, I was completely ignored. So I'm yet again in the dark about pretty much everything. Nobody talks to me here, ever. But again, as I always say, I am not worried about that because I'm just here to do a job. And I would say I'm here to collect a paycheck, but well, there's pretty much no money left after, well, the Crawfords signed with us, and you'll find out a little bit more about those ladies when in our main event tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have a triple threat match. The first ever women's match in SWA. That's right, 3 women have put their hands up tonight and have said to General Manager JRJ that they want in on this women's division. They believe they themselves are better no-sellers than the men. That remains to be seen. There's a no-sell early on there from Gabrielle Ace, who decides to no-sell that pinfall, pulls guard. Now he's getting those balled up fists right off the temple. It's Gabrielle Ace again, pulls him out, and this time, oh, that was beautiful. That might have been what he was intending to do the first time out. Gabrielle Ace, of course, got in the face of the manager of James Wright, Cliffy Boy, who came out and he was talking all kinds of garbage, saying that James Wright wants to be the next World Heavyweight Champion. And well, I don't think anybody can really stop him. If that's what he wants, then that's what he'll get. But, you know, young Cliffy Boy, I mean, well, I shouldn't say young Cliffy Boy, he looks about as old as time, but however, he was interrupted by Gabrielle Ace, who said, no way, you think I'm going away? If you think that I'm going to stop there, you think that I'm going to just roll over and say, oh, well, I lost one match, that's the end of me. And you're having a really big, long, tall giraffe because you are having an absolute laugh if you think Gabrielle Ace is going anywhere. Look at that brain buster to Cade Ramon, who has a really bizarre mullet. It looks as though he's dyed half of it. It's almost Hulk Hogan-esque, brother, only he has like some kind of weird grey hair, but he's got a hell of an elbow right to the back of Gabrielle Ace. Cade Ramon, I saw him in catering while I was sitting by myself in my own table, pretty much just stopping shy of wearing a fucking dunce's cap because apparently I'm just a piece of garbage backstage. But either way, he was looking through some of the cutlery and the assortments. He wasn't eating. All he was doing is looking through the cutlery drawers. Bizarre. I must say, the spread, pretty outstanding. Manhunter producing yet another beautiful curry. Unbelievable cooking for a guy that was just so incredibly drunk. We'll hear more about the situation between Manhunter and Junior as well later tonight, when a few tweets from Junior will be shown here. But look at this here. Look out. Oh my God. Ace just spiked him on the top turnbuckle, and now he's twisted him up like a pretzel, and Ace might snap the legs in half here, showing his class. Gabrielle Ace, a real blue chip athlete, wrestled all over the world, most notably in Japan. Of course, got a massive victory here over Tomohiro Ishii in what was, I believe, one of the best matches we've seen here on SWA. It's Ace now from behind. And Ramon, huge lariat. Taking him down, picking him up. Hash brown groceries. Ishigoroshi, 2. No, just a 2. Gotta love when you go to the grocery store, score with the hash brown groceries. It's Cade Ramon. Bounces his head off the turnbuckle again. Ramon, very Brock Lesnar-esque, driving that shoulder right in to the midsection, picks him up. Here it is again. Hash brown groceries. Now look out. Dead man's hand. Dead man's hand delivered. 1, 2. No soul. Kicks out at 2. Doesn't even get a 2.9. Ace sends him off. Oh my God. Spiked him down with that Hurricane Rana. Ramon now from behind. Oh, wait a minute. He's got a fork. This is what I was talking about. Cade Ramon has a fucking fork. And he's busted open. Gabrielle Ace, who just drives him on his head, but look at the blood. Cade Ramon, hash brown groceries of his own. And he's added a bit of tomato sauce to it as well. Little bit of ketchup. Got it, no, just a 2. Just a 2, Cade Ramon. And a headbutt to the already bloodied face that he's just bludgeoned with a fork from catering. Hell is Ramon doing? He's got it again! This guy's a sick motherfucker! What is he doing? And he's saying, no, I didn't do anything. What are you talking about? Trey Count needs to step in. This is outrageous. Gabrielle Ace is a lot of things, but he ain't a deathmatch wrestler. Maybe that should be reserved for Panic. Maybe I want to see Cade Ramon versus Panic. Look out, picked him up, dead man's hand. Dead man's hand again, 1, 2. No soul again. 2 dead man's hand, can't put him away. He might be weakened. We've already got blood, there'll be more blood tonight when we finally see the death match from Japan. Live on demand tonight. Between Carmelo Young and Panic. Look out, hash brown groceries again. On the button, already bloodied hand. He's battered him with a fork. But Ace won't give it up. Dead man's hand, number 3. You know it's not going to be enough, is it? It's not going to be enough. And he kicks out at 2. He doesn't even give him a 2.9. Ace is swinging wildly. He's annoyed. Ace is incredibly annoyed that he's no selling his finish, but he's just beaten the hell out of him too. Has he done enough? No, Ace kicks out at 2. Ace kicks out at 2. Sends him in off the rope. What a kick. Right to the face. And Ace is trying to gain his composure back here. Ramon is hurting. Ace has been battered with a fork from catering. Ace though picks him up. Drops him down to the back of his neck. The cover 1, 2, and Gabrielle Ace picks up a tough victory after being bludgeoned with a fork by Cade Ramon. But Gabrielle Ace ain't afraid to bleed. He ain't afraid to show toughness. And wait a second. Misato Kaena. It looks as though Misato Kaena wants to put his name in the hat for the world title as well. A man of few words, but that says everything. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we alluded to earlier in the show, we have some tweets to take you through here from Junior, who was left laying by Manhunter last week, and it was a bizarre situation because he was very seriously hurt in their tag team match. And, well, he said this: I'm flying solo. I don't need Manhunter. I'm a star in the making. Just you wait. Also, he said, I hate it when Manhunter drinks. Unreliable. And then finally saying, it's time for Junior to blaze his own path. Junior is the future of SWA. Junior is almighty. So it seems as though the Bear Boys are either on the rocks or completely done with each other. We will have to follow this situation very, very carefully. And ladies and gentlemen, next week, we get a look at a brand new tag team in the tag team division. They are called the Supreme Bureau of Investigations. The SPI is in the building next week. Apparently, and I hope this isn't true, they are here to investigate the untimely deaths of OAJ and Ricky Mushrooms. P.I. Simmons, Hawaii 5 Joe are here next week. That is deeply, deeply concerning news, ladies and gentlemen, that we are indeed finally under investigation for supremacy when, well, we saw the untimely deaths of Ricky Mushrooms and opening act Jack. The SPI is in the building next week. Brand new tag team. They're here to investigate, but they're also here to wrestle. And here is a man that ain't here to wrestle. He's here to fight. We alluded to him earlier. James Wright, the Black Plague, wants the World's Heavyweight Championship and the World's Heavyweight Champion, Carmelo Young, who we will see in action in a different type of match than he's used to. But hang on a second. It's Cliffy. There it is. He's confirming it. They are dedicating this match to that little bitch Carmelo Young. Well, as they always say, you might want to keep your words soft and sweet because you may have to eat them. But right now, we are set for a match. The hell is this guy? James Wright is looking to try and take it to this man who looks a little bit like he's just stepped out of a cave. It's James Wright here. Look at this. With the knees. And you know that when he's fired up, James Wright, when he's committed to the cause, he's scorned by that loss in the tournament. There's no doubt about that. But he did lose to the man who would go on and win the whole tournament and win the World Heavyweight Championship. And he wants another crack at him. He wants another crack at Carmelo Young, who we'll see in action, as I was alluding to before. Big Cliffy boy on the outside of the ring there. You see him on the right-hand side of your screen. Decided to interrupt me. At least he still didn't acknowledge me, I guess. I was going to say, at least he acknowledged that I was here by cutting me off, but he spoke as if I wasn't here, just like everyone does backstage. But so Neanderthal keeps trying to push the action here against James Wright. James Wright scorned by the loss to Carmelo Young, who, as I was saying, is in action in a different kind of way, on demand, a match that's already happened. It was the reason that Carmelo Young was taped up in the last episode of S-Dub, because he had a death match with Panic that has changed the attitude significantly of Carmelo Young. It used to be Melo is for everyone. Now it appears that Melo is for absolutely no one. He hates absolutely everybody that moves at the moment. Certainly no surprise to me that he doesn't like me, but Melo, reason for his attitude, and that is the reason that I've already seen the match, hey, and it is absolutely brutal. The death match between he and Panic, which will be showed later tonight, just before the main event, the triple threat match between Cecilia Crawford, Zero, and Young, the niece of Minoru Suzuki, Akira Suzuki. Trust me, you want to stick around for that. She is a straight-up killer. Is Akira Suzuki, as well as Zero, who's an unbelievable talent in her own right. Cecilia Crawford, the reason that a lot of the checks are going to start bouncing around here. It's a very highly regarded starlet from Hollywood who, I was a little bit privy to the negotiations of Cecilia Crawford, and I've got to tell you, she's a bit of a bitch. But, the powers that be, JRJ, insists that she's worth it, that she's worth, having around. But either way, focus in on the action here as the Black Plague looks a little bit gassed, the big boy. Still hits just as hard, and there's that spinning back fist. And oh no, the clubbing blows to the ample head of this gentleman, whose beard game is on point, and so was that kick. Bounces off the ropes, looking for the sliding drop kick with the Black Plague, stood up in it, snapmare over. Good old-fashioned wrestling move there. James Wright. You heard it from Cliffy Boy there, who you see watching on the outside. Well, he was quite sinister in his words before the match, saying that this match is dedicated to that little bitch, Carmelo Young, who, I guarantee you, will not take that lying down. Saw Misato Kaena get in the face of Gabrielle earlier tonight, and that in itself is a fascinating match. Misato Kaena, the undisputed king of the no-sell, might be disputed by Panic, who no-sold 2 landmines, but ultimately trumped by Terry Funk, who no-sold death. So, if you can no-sell death, I truly believe you are the platinum, the absolute diamond no-seller in SWA history. Terry Funk walked away, had a beer backstage after Supremacy, after everyone around him died. I'm not surprised if a few of the audience members died as well. There's that big boot there, but a kick out from the Neanderthal. And now James Wright is just absolutely hammering away on him, and he's begging off. A man that size is begging off. It tells you everything you need to know about James Wright. And there's another spinning back fist. Off the ropes. This does not look good. Massive clothesline. No sold to perfection by the big Neanderthal looking guy. James Wright, he's looking a little bit gassed. He looks like he almost punched himself out a little bit here. Oh, took him down through his head, straight into the mat. There's another kick. Off the ropes, and he just drives the knees down. No sold by Wright. Now, picks him up. Oh no, you don't want to get into a striking battle. You surely don't want to get into a striking battle with James Wright. And look out, firing up and a headbutt. Takes down James Wright. Maybe he has his eyes too firmly on the World Heavyweight Championship, and he's not taking this guy seriously enough. Sends him in. He refuses to be Irish whipped, and James Wright says, hey, I'm the only un-Irish whippable one of us. And now Wright, oh my God, all of his weight, sends all the air out of the lungs. But he just kicks out, and now here he goes. What a strike combination. Striking combination. Lackadaisical cover gets a 2.9. James Wright though, look out, there it is again. There's the shot that he wanted. 1, 2, it's academic. James Wright is hurtling towards the World Heavyweight Championship.
Lusky. I hear you. You know what you did at Supremacy. You want to go into business for yourself. You want shoot style. You want to do strong style, Lust. We can do strong style, Lust. Me and you. Let's do it again. You said anytime, anywhere. Come find me in Japan, Lusky. Find me, and we can do strong style. Now, Mr. Young, don't think I've forgotten about you. No, I have not forgotten about you, Mr. Carmelo Young. I see everyone is putting their name in a basket for your next challenger. I don't give a what anyone else says. I am the show. I am the main event. I am the best thing going in SWA. I am Antonio fucking Briggs. And it will be me who will be your next challenger. And it will be me who is the next SWA World Heavyweight Champion. Now get that microphone out of my face.
Wow. Brick, who the is this guy? Who is this dude? What is it? What? Melo, Manic Deathmatch. Oh, wait. The lights are out. Did we not pay the electricity? It's Jon fucking Moxley. Well, ladies and gentlemen, next week, Panic has a message for Jon Moxley, but right now, we're going to take you to witness the death match between Panic and Carmelo Young. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm commentating this after the fact. This has already gone down, and I've got to say, this match between these two men was something else. This is not an environment you're used to seeing Carmelo Young in. It is very much an environment that you're used to seeing Panic. Just look at that swing onto the chair. And Carmelo Young wasn't messing around, but the whole idea of showing you guys this is to show you the attitude change in Carmelo Young and where it has come from. As you can see, Panic and Carmelo doing battle, trying to throw each other into the barbed wire. Melo, whose message was, Melo is for everyone now, seems to not want to have a bar of anybody at all. See Panic trying to hit the miss there. Test of strength. You can see how even both of these guys are. But this is right in Panic's wheelhouse. Somewhere in the middle of Japan. And you've got Panic putting in setting up his usual sort of setup with the bombs and the chairs and the pieces of table, the barbed wire covered baseball bats. That it's unbelievable. The fact that the world's heavyweight champion Carmelo Young would even accept a match like this was beyond me. But you can see the kind of fight that they were putting up against each other, absolutely tearing each other apart. And considering these guys are not absolutely exclusive SWA, they are free to wrestle wherever they want because that's the only way you're going to get paid, quite frankly. It was a surprise though. Look at this, like bunting him with a barbed wire baseball bat, showing that this new attitude, Carmelo Young, comes off the back of this match, which you'll see why very shortly. Look at this from Panic here. Picks up this, and then you hear that buzzer. That is not good. It is not good when you hear that buzzer, because you'll see. Look at that. Look at this shit. Are they dead? Absolutely not. No-selling bombs. Panic is the best no-seller, maybe behind Misato Kaena. But now you would have to put Melo in that category. And both men surviving that bomb that blew up. Referee's bleeding. Everyone's bleeding. A couple of members of the front row get hit with a little bit of shrapnel. Look at that. Bang. Into the barbed wire. Explodes. It's just absolutely devastating. And when people ask the question, what has gotten into Carmelo Young? You can see it right here, right now. See Panic. Look at this. Mandible claw again. Mandible claw trying to make him pass out. Carmelo Young refusing and then getting thrown into the barbed wire. So you can see why on the last episode of SWA, that cutter right down on to the barbed wire baseball bat. Just a 2.9. Carmelo just able to hang in. Getting around the back and then massive shot right to the face. And Carmelo, Irish whip reversal. Again, Panic just being blown up time after time, still going. Carmelo Young just in the wrong place. This is not where you want to face Panic. This is not where you want to be anywhere near Panic as he gets sent in again to the barbed wire. These two just absolutely hammering away at each other. Swinging wildly with baseball bats, and Panic getting busted wide open with that baseball bat. Lands the moonsault. 1, 2, not quite. Carmelo's still fighting. But it's just Panic with all of the answers when it's in his wheelhouse like this, when it's in his environment, and the cutter ends the match. The referee forced to call it off. So when people ask the question, ladies and gentlemen, what has gotten into Carmelo Young? That is exactly what's gotten into Carmelo Young. But as we said, next week, Panic has a message for the one and only Jon Moxley. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is main event time. And we've alluded to a little bit of the story behind these three women, of course. JRJ put the call out on the last episode of SWA. He said, we want to start a women's division, but only the best no-sellers need apply. This woman, Kira Suzuki, is definitely in that category. But this one, Cecilia Crawford, is one of the more interesting cases. A spoilt brat from the Hollywood Hills. Wanted to get into professional wrestling because she thought it looked cool on TV. She demanded, I've got to say, she demanded an absolutely outrageous price. But for whatever reason, and it might be the fact that our checks are going to bounce regardless, so who cares? Cecilia Crawford is here, and Zero, a Hardy Boys inspired performer. The fans all around the world that have already seen Zero perform, well, they think that she is one of the best women talent in the entire world. This is a triple threat elimination match, ladies and gentlemen. 3 of the first women to ever walk through the door and have their checks bounce at SWA. Cecilia Crawford taking it to Zero in the early going of this one. And I reckon you'd be smart to try and go after Suzuki, and look at this, that's exactly what they're going to do. I would definitely be trying to take out Minoru Suzuki's niece, that is for sure. You can see the striking resemblance that they have to each other. Oh, look at that from Zero there, beautiful. Pele kick, takes down Cecilia Crawford, who, as I said, is a spoilt brat from the Hollywood Hills, and she believes that wrestling ain't in her blood. No, money is in her blood, but she saw it on TV once. She said, I want to give that a go. I like the Bella twins. And she wants her own reality TV show as far as I'm concerned. That's probably the only reason she's here, but she looks as though she has some skill with that DDT. Test her strength against Zero, and she actually wins it. Now look out, Suzuki trying to take out Zero here. High flyer. Suzuki in some trouble here, but trying to stretch up Crawford. Oh, look out, downward spiral from Zero. This is going to be an absolutely chaotic match, and now they're going to take out Zero with a double Kamagoye. Oh my God. No-sold perfection. We wanted the best no-selling women in the business, and we've got them here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Although I can't imagine Cecilia Crawford is as good a no-seller as Akira Suzuki, that is for sure, but look out, she tried to get that full Nelson. Couldn't do it. Zero now goes after Cecilia, and she's, tell you what, for someone who's just watched this on TV pretty much once, probably maybe more of an indictment of SWA more than her. The fact that, look at this, double eye pokes there. Still surprised that, I mean, we paid her a hell of a lot of money to be here, Cecilia Crawford. Spoiled little brat. She just wants to be on TV pretty much, just to further her modeling career, further her, try and get a show on the E! Network maybe, I don't know, but she's, I'll tell you what, if you spend any more time in that hole from Akira Suzuki, the niece of Minoru Suzuki, all you're gonna be doing is going to sleep. These 3 women putting on a hell of a show here. First ever women's match in SWA history. These 3 women were the first 3 women to put their hands up. Many more to come. this women's division. There is whispers of a women's championship to potentially come along down the line, but it doesn't come along until you establish the women's division. You establish whether or not the women need or even want a championship. Maybe they just want to come out here and beat the hell out of each other, or in Cecilia Crawford's case, get a little bit of notoriety, then get your own reality TV show. That was a low blow. You can see here, 0. Oh, look at that drop kick. The elevation. Cecilia Crawford went up to the top rope, got a little bit scared, didn't want to bar her, and picked her up. Oh, stacked her up here, 2. It is elimination rules. Suzuki almost eliminated out of this match. 0 sent off the ropes, but Crawford has Suzuki exactly where she wants her. And look out. Oh, German suplex, set her down. Cecilia Crawford, pretty impressive here. Takes her down with a gut buster. And now Suzuki picked her up. Oh, beautiful suplex, setting her down, but then the wheel kick. And now 0. What is she thinking here? She's going to twist her up like a pretzel. Cecilia Crawford smartly watching on. I think you want Suzuki to be eliminated as quickly as possible. Oh, what a shot that was from Cecilia, who's actually impressing me a hell of a lot more than I thought she would. Who knows where she got her wrestling training done, but I'll tell you what, she's going to have that arm ripped out of her socket. She strikes me as someone who would probably... Oh, what a shot to the back of the head. Cecilia Crawford strikes me as someone who would probably drink decaf long macchiatos. Just a complete waste of time. No doubt when she has children, she'll order them baby chinos, which are the single biggest waste of fucking time in the history of coffee drinking or any kind of cafe history. Baby chinos are the absolute worst. But we'll try and get back on track. Cecilia Crawford, the baby chino ordering, decaf macchiato drinking, is going to get that arm torn straight out of her socket. Wrestling loser who held us up for all kinds of money. I've had to take a pay cut. Let's be real, I had to take a pay cut for Cecilia Crawford to sign, and I don't even know who she is. At least there's some lineage with Suzuki. At least it appears 0 takes it somewhat seriously. It's shot there from Suzuki, and now Ribaramo. I don't like her. I'm not gonna play around here. I don't like Cecilia Crawford. She's taken money out of the pockets of our wrestlers. But I've got to admit, she's been pretty impressive, but I don't like her attitude. I don't mind her gear though, she looks okay. Look out, oh, look at that shot again. Is that another shot? Low, Suzuki takes them both out. Feel like we've gotten a little bit off track here. Look at this from Cecilia Crawford, a brilliant submission maneuver. Now 0, oh! Shades of Jeff Hardy. And now stacks her up. 1, Cecilia Crawford in big trouble, but kicks out at 2. And now Crawford, oh! Makes Suzuki eat the feet. No doubt the perfectly manicured toes of the Hollywood starlet, who's here to enhance her career outside of wrestling, in my opinion. And look at this, Suzuki with the sleeper hold, but 0 breaks free. Oh, and another low blow. What is with this woman? Suzuki with a label lock though. Suzuki with a label lock. She's got a million different submissions. Now Suzuki is trying to pursue a victory here. Oh my God, was that a double shot to Suzuki? She might be out. And now Crawford, breaks up. And she's like, nah, I want to tap her out. She broke up the submission even though it's elimination, because she wants to tap her out. Oh, look out. Suzuki again. Now with the sleeper. She's got her grapevine here. Asking the question. Can't put her away though. And Suzuki. Oh no. There's another shot to the back of the head of Cecilia Crawford. 0 rebuffs the Irish whip reversal. Uh-oh, look out. Suzuki has her, and she gives it up. Cecilia Crawford, an impressive debut, but cannot hang on. Suzuki makes her tap, and we are down to 2, ladies and gentlemen. We are down to 2. LaBelle locked in again from Akira Suzuki. We are down to 2 women who I believe could carry this division going forward. These 3 women are only just the tip of the iceberg. Still so much more to come. A 0 to the downward spiral. No sold there by Akira Suzuki. And now she's going to try and put her away here. Signals to the crowd. Massive kick. Massive kick. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant from Suzuki. Into the armbar. But couldn't put her away. Now look out. Oh, another shot there. And now Suzuki. She's got so many submissions. Twisting the leg almost off here of 0. Crowd absolutely loving this. Just a small portion of what you can expect from the women's division here in SWA, ladies and gentlemen. Suzuki now throwing shots. Look out, they're going to have a test here. They're going to have a strike off. Find out who the best no-seller in the women's division is, and it's got to be 0. Outselling a Suzuki. Unbelievably outselling a no-selling a Suzuki is absolutely incredible. We know Minoru is one of the greatest of all time in terms of the no-selling category. But 0 is in a huge amount of trouble. Look out here again. Uh-oh, got it again. She's going back to the well with that arm. It's already incredibly weakened. It may even already be dislocated, but 0 is going to fight on here. Suzuki now from behind. Oh, beautiful counter. Mule kick. And now up and down again. Swanton bomb, but she cannot follow it up. Suzuki's already up and then delivers a left and a right. A left and a right, and now she could choke her out. Suzuki could choke her out, didn't it? Who is going to win the first ever women's match here on SWA? Oh, Saito suplex. Lands right on the back of her head, to the top, and again. This time she lands it, folds up the arms. She thinks she's got it. Has she got it? No, it's just a 2 count. Suzuki kicks out and then took her down again. Took her down again. Akira Suzuki taking it to 0. 0, giving it right back. Double down situation. Both of these women tearing the house down. Basement drop kick. Oh my God. What a knee. Knockout shot. Suzuki is done. 3 count. Perfect position. 2.9. Says you got the shoulder up. Oh no. Caught the leg. Caught the leg in a knee bar of her own. Suzuki has the roles reversed. But look out. There it is. Northern Light suplex into the armbar. Suzuki trying to put it away, but 0 escapes. 0 escapes, now from behind again. Oh, stacked her up again. Stacked her up again. Rolled her through. Unbelievable submission. Unbelievable submission. But Suzuki finds a way out. Suzuki finds a way out. Northern Lights. Armbar again. Surely she can't handle anymore. Surely she can't handle anymore. But 0 gets out. 0 gets out. Oh, the combination shots. And 0 off the ropes. Massive elbow. What a combination. But Suzuki from behind again. There's a lot of feeling in it. Who's going to win the first ever women's match in SWA? Both of these women have been through hell. Here it is again. Sparing the armbar. She has to give it up eventually. Trey Count asking the question. She says no. Basement drop kick. Look out. Another knee. Another knee. Stacks her up. 1, 2. She hasn't moved. 0 wins the first ever women's match in SWA history. History is made, ladies and gentlemen. We're out of time.